How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a Help for the Guildless vlog. My name is Matt, and I am the voice of Antoine, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different with this one. As you can see, I have a list right around here, and it has quite a few topics on it, and the one that's highlighted is really a hard sell to start off with, but I found this list on Twitter, and it was kind of one of those things that was like, however many likes you get, you'll get my opinion on whatever the numbers are. And of course, the first one right up there you can see is a pretty big one. It's abortion. So that was for the very first like, and using it on Twitter, you only get a certain amount of characters to talk about. And I realized while doing this that there was a bit more that I wanted to say that couldn't be captured in 240 characters on the hell site that is known as Twitter. So on this vlog, and it's something that I'm going to be doing for all of them, and all of this, and like I said, there's like 4 other rows of this, or 4 other columns of it, of topics. I may not do it all in a row, like it won't be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's for every single vlog. I may have some other stuff in between while I get things set up for the other stuff that I plan to do with this channel. So we're going to talk about that number one, that hard-hitting one, abortion. And I know there are people out there who will look at me and go, well, you don't have a uterus, so you don't have a say. Let me just preface this. I'm actually very much pro-choice, to a point. I don't agree with third-term abortions. The baby, at that point, because that's what it is viable outside the mother's womb and is a person. Now, when you talk about abortion, a lot of people come up with, well, when is it a life? And that's actually really hard to answer. It depends on your belief, I guess. And if you're religious, it's the moment of conception. If you want to be an atheist, it's when it becomes a viable human being outside of the mother's womb. I view abortion very much in the vein of your body, your choice. Now, there's a bit more to that, and that's what this vlog is about. And I see it as, it is your body, your choice, ladies. It really is. You're the one that has to carry the baby. You're the one that's going to have to breastfeed the baby. You're the one that's going to have your body changed by the baby. And I've been through pregnancy before, and it does a number on you. And I understand why that's a scary thing. Where I do draw the line, like I said, is third-term abortions. But I also draw the line as using it as birth control. There are many different types of birth control. Of course, the most well-known one is the pill, and that's for women. Men have condoms. There is a male birth control pill that's in the works. I think it's going through testing right now. There are female condoms. There are, cervical caps. There are vaginal cups. There are the pull-out method. There is, the rhythm method. There are a ton of different ways, and those are just a few. Birth control has become kind of widespread. My thought is, if you're adult enough to have sex, willingly have sex, then you are adult enough to take care of your own bodily health. And what that means is you need to be responsible for yourself. And this goes for guys too. This is not just women. But if you are not ready to be a mom, then you need to take those precautions. That's something that you need to be responsible for. And I know there are people out there like, well, it's the guy's job too. You're absolutely right. If you are in a relationship with someone, you should both be taking responsibility for the actions of the act of having sex. If you are honestly not ready to have a child, you shouldn't have to. Now, again, it goes on your belief. There are other ways of dealing with it, and I don't mean dealing with it in a negative connotation. There are a couple other options of childbirth. You can give birth to the child and adopt it out. You can give birth to the child and keep it. You may change your mind. Or, of course, abortion. I don't agree 100% with men have no say in this. So if you're in a relationship, and ladies, you end up getting pregnant, it was an accident, you missed taking your birth control pill, the condom broke, whatever. If you're in a loving relationship, or you're in a long-term relationship, it's his baby too. Because, again, as I said, it's your body, your choice. And if you don't want to carry it, you don't have to. But realize, he's going to be upset if you don't talk to him about this. He's going to be upset if you have been in a long-term relationship and you're talking about kids and you just suddenly get rid of his kid. At the end of the day, you're the one carrying the baby. And I'm not saying it's not your choice in what you're doing in a relationship setting. But you should be able to talk to your partner. And you should be able to actually have that conversation with your partner and know that he's either going to agree or disagree, or you guys are going to be able to come to a consensus on what you guys want to do. If you both are not ready to have kids, then the choice is kind of obvious, right? Then it just comes down to the method. This is not something you can take your... With me, this is not something that you should take your time on. It's a ticking time bomb, literally, because you are developing another human. So, the last thing I'm going to say about this, because this is a really serious topic, and deserves its own whole thought-out video by itself, or a conversation on a show, is that you have to take into consideration more than just you need to get rid of the baby. There are psychological effects that can happen to you. There are physical effects that can happen to you. And again, I'm prefacing this with, I'm pro-choice. I just believe that you should be educated in your choice. You should get as much information about this as possible. It's a huge, huge decision you have to make. And you should never have to do it alone. Because there's a whole psychological thing that happens. What could have been. And it fucks you up. I have been lucky enough to have relationships where we were looking to have a child. So it never came up. But the topic of it has been discussed. And I know, for me personally, and this is for you guys, you need to know the stance of the woman that you're with on what her choice would be. Because if you don't know that, it's going to cause problems. So, I'm going to leave, I've said this already, but I'm going to leave you guys with this. On the topic of abortion, it is more than just not having a baby. There is a physical aspect to the mother. There is a mental aspect to both parents. There's an emotional aspect to it. And all three of those things need to be discussed. They need to be worked through. And your decision needs to be based on that. So, if you're not ready to have a kid, and you see that as your only option because you don't want to put your body through it, that's up to you. But kicking this off with a bang, we're talking about something like abortion right away. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you disagree with me, if you want to chew my head off, if you think that I'm sexist because I'm even putting myself in this conversation about something about women's bodies because I don't have personally have a uterus, I want you to know I've been through 2 pregnancies. And I've been through a very serious miscarriage. I've been with people to support them emotionally and physically through both. And I support your choice in what you want to do. I may disagree with it if it's after the 3rd term starts. But I support you regardless. So, thank you guys for listening. This topic is really serious, and I didn't know it was going to kick off with a bang like this until I realized what the first topic was when I re-looked at the list. So, if you see something in the list that you like coming up, keep an eye out for that one. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you think. If you like what I do here, go ahead and hit like, share this around, and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.